I imagine a place of barriers dropping away and people being able to meet one another person to person and speak out of their different experiences, unfettered by all the preconceptions, the restrictions, the anger, the exaggerated sense of the difference between us. I think there can be too many perceptions imposed on artists working in Central Australia. Too many expectations that you will work in a certain way and that your work will be about particular things, and that can be very restrictive in terms of the support that we're given. For instance, I think a really big challenge for the arts now is to do some strong collaborative work between the cultures, and I think that interstate people are tying themselves in knots about how that can be addressed and have forgotten about the very lively human dimension to relationships between people that will allow something exciting and fresh to develop.
The stories that come from Central Australia are like no other stories. They're raw, they're fresh. It is such a place of extremes that quite naturally the stories are extreme. The climate, the geology, the remoteness, the cultures, they're all extreme. So that's what makes it so fascinating, I think, Central Australia, where they always have a potency to them which I don't think exists in a lot of other places outside of Central Australia.
My story, not coming out from the mouth or coming out from my heart. Strong.
Thinking, what are we gonna do?
Well, I believe that if you don't get yourself involved with, with the dreamings or your personal, family's dreamings, you lose a bit of your culture. So.
It's sort of like when you paint, it's sort of like you're creating that land back again.
It's part of our own and part of our history.
They create these beautiful, vibrant pieces of artwork that just show how much passion and energy they have within them, and the rest of the world stands up and notices.
I mean, it's very hard to talk about this country without incorporating a white and a black perspective, or at least where they meet.
The clash of cultures, if you like, happened relatively recently.
I am living in a colonial frontier. I think it's forgotten on the East Coast. This is very recently invaded country.
An extraordinary crossroads of cultures and historical drama.
All that trouble with the colonisation of the country, this is where it's all going to be worked out, I think, where reconciliation can take place and where people can really see and understand our place in the country.
I hope my children can grow up in a nation where they're entitled to be able to learn from both cultures equally.
What we're hoping that StoryWall will do is generate dialogue within our community, and dialogue about how we live together, who we are together, and also particular issues that arise in our town from time to time, either from our own life or that get projected onto us, if you like, from the coastal edge of Australia. So if we've got conversations happening within our town and within our region, that help us sort out for ourselves what we want to do as our next step, or even just become more aware of what life is like for each other in all of our diversity, then that's got to build a stronger community, a more united community. We're hoping that every night visitors and locals from Alice Springs will think, let's go for a cruise down the mall and see what's on. And what will be on will be colour and light and music and movement on the story wall. And we hope that for visitors then they'll be caught up in this sense of the unexpected, the delightful, the challenging and the very intimate experience of life in the centre. After all, that's what they've come here to get a feel of and to understand.
It's a storied landscape. It's imbued with meaning, and you can feel that.
When you're talking about a big country, this is it, you know. You could feel the spirits, like you feel the songs, the stories of this place.
There's a sense of vastness here. There's this, the same sense as looking out onto an ocean.
Yeah, it kind of frees you, the beauty.
There's that feeling of just walking around in a Madeira painting, you know.
The power of the place is, it's just phenomenal, really. The heart of Australia, I suppose. Fantastic.
You can't maintain a lot of indulgence in the face of 800-million-year-old landscape.
It takes you out of your comfort zone where you might normally be dwelling in the truths that you invent for yourself.
It's a place that you have to see to really understand the whole essence of Australia.